What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Joey Wright and John Luke Garofalo. And joining us today, we have our great friend, the All-In Kid, a.k.a. Jake Ciely, here with us. For those of you that do not know Jake, you can find him on Twitter at the aforementioned All-In Kid. It's right there next to the sick Naruto X TMNT crossover t-shirt. If you want to see more of those sick t-shirts and some awesome fantasy takes, you can check out his work as a senior writer over at The Athletic Fantasy. He's the host of All In Football and hosts a SiriusXM show on Saturdays from 9 to 11. You can catch him over there. Jake, thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us today.
Of course. I missed the backwards hat memo. I see that. Did you just mute him? Did you just mute yourself, Simon, as the host? Did you really?
No.
Simon.
No, I didn't.
I just hear mouth sounds. That was the worst kind of music.
Jay was supposed to send you the backwards hat memo. He obviously didn't. It's one of two reasons. Either he forgot or he hates you and this was sabotage to try to throw you out of the game.
It would have worked anyway. I mean, all mine are fitted, so they would have all been just.
Someone makes money.
Well, guys, we got some people in the chat ready for some Jeopardy today. Craig coming in here, letting us know the history of today's show. This is a big one today. Jake is coming on for his 6th ever appearance, and right now you have the best record of any contestant on the Fantasy Football Game Show, coming in at 5-0. With today, you will try to go to 6-0, increase your record in Jeopardy to 2-0. Jake, how you feeling? Feeling the pressure of being undefeated?
Oh, no, I already retired. I'm retiring at 5-0, and this Nicole's sitting off to the side. She's giving me all the answers today. So if I go wrong, it's her fault.
Retired, and now it's okay to cheat. Is that the rules?
Yes.
We got Andrea.
Like those old guy celebrity matches.
Yeah, see, that's what I am.
I'm
Brock Lesnar at this point. I'm just coming back for the special one-offs.
Peyton Manning comes back for the Celebrity Bowl.
Well, guys, we got Andrea in here saying hi, everyone. What's up, Andrea? Scamper stopping by as well, saying hello there. Welcome in. Jay saying afternoon, FYF fam. And we got Herm stopping by saying, what up, friendos?
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Ladarius says, good afternoon, all. Hope all is well with all. Nobody's on Ladarius's bad side today. Everyone's getting wished well wishes. And we got Carlos in the chat saying, real question I just got after searching Front Yard Fantasy. Are you like really into front yards, JL? Would you like to take that question?
Yes, we are very obsessed with front yards. Specifically the front yard. I don't know where that came from.
To an inordinate degree. We got Maria in here saying, hello, FYFers. What's up,
Hi, Maria?
And who's this? I clicked on it before I saw it. Albert saying, hello, everyone. What's up, Albert? And Dane stopping by as well. We got a full house today. One more in here. Victor saying, smash that like button. And Joey, it's National I Love My Feet Day. It's your favorite holiday.
I love Joey's feet day?
Some more feet pics.
I've just recovered my Twitter followers from that day. I lost like at least 20 that day. And I don't usually track that stuff, but for some reason I was like, let me just see how much it goes down.
What I'm more curious about is
that's a real thing.
It was net 20. I bet some people.
That's how you know I would like if I can't cheat because I have to look down to actually Google it. It is National Feet Day. You weren't joking. That's a real thing. What the hell?
Huh.
No.
I did gain one of humanity right now. It's just like, yeah, it's our day.
Joey, did you gain any followers in that? Was it?
I did gain.
20?
His name is Raul, and he's in my DMs a lot. I had to get Twitter blue so he would stop.
You can make a lot of money on feet pictures.
I know. I know. How do you think I afforded this hat?
Also, Kate, we got JL's mom stopping by saying she loves FYF.
I'm sorry.
Herm's letting us know that Rex Ryan is having a great day.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
And calling out Joey for making fun of Jake's 10 hats with 8,000 movies behind him.
Now,
Jake picks up 10 hats and goes, somebody has money.
No, he's got money because his hats are fitted, and those cost more than the ones with the...
Yeah, and those are Blu-rays, not DVDs I see on the right, Joey. That's the fitted hat of movies.
The problem with the fitted hats is I have a small head, so I can't wear the whole like the MLB style ones. I look stupid. So thank you for joking the fact that I have a super small head. That's what it comes down to.
Jake, if you average your head and my head, we probably have a normal head. Is what we got going on in that head. Because I have just a massive noggin.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's skull.
Yep. It's and none of the football ability or Papa John's franchises. Guys, today we did not just invite Jake here to talk about size and compare hats to Blu-rays. We also brought him here to play some Fantasy Football Jeopardy. Before we do that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not already following our guest, Jake, remedy that right now. You can find him on Twitter at AllInKid. It's right below his face on the screen, and it is in the link to this video if you're watching on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy. If you are there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to show your support for our show. And if you're on the Better Sports Network channel, hit that subscribe button as well. The little notification bell is the easiest way to make sure you never miss us live every single day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
We be here.
We be here. And guys, I have one additional reminder today. We're going to be posting a link in the chat. As many of you have heard, there have been devastating wildfires in Maui this year. Our great friend Vailele Salas is hosting an auction to raise money for the people affected by these fires. There's a lot of awesome stuff in there. If you're from LA, a lot of local stuff you can get, but there's awesome auctions all around. If you want to show some support and help raise money for a good cause right now, it is that season. Go ahead and click that link in the chat. Any support would be supported. All right. With that being, would be appreciated and supported by us.
Any support will be supportive.
I think it's time to get into our game of Jeopardy. You guys ready for it?
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Before we do that, one more question from Carlos in here. Oh. Carlos had a question in here about maybe the most talked about player this offseason, Bijan Robinson. Is he overhyped, underhyped, or properly hyped? He says he's having Najee rookie year vibes, which would be great. Jake, I'm going to throw this one to you first. Is Bijan overhyped, underhyped, or properly hyped right now?
If you're talking about ADP, he's overhyped. If you're talking about the player, he's properly hyped. But to take him at 2 in front of proven Derrick Henry's, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley's, and he has to have that kind of season, which we would all say is amazing to have that kind of season. Najee Harris, rookie type of season. The problem is, where does he go up from number 2? Like there's number 1, he unseats Christian McCaffrey, and the only way that happens is Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. I love him, but it's just I'm not going to pay the second running back off the board. Shout out to Jay Felicio for doing it in the flex leagues.
I'm not doing it. Shout out Jay though. It's like who was it today that posted the all-time like backhanded compliments during the draft? I'm gonna have to find that tweet. That's one of them. Like, oh, hope it works out for you. Joey, are you in agreement with Jake here that at his current ADP, maybe he's a little overhyped?
So before the Jonathan Taylor and Josh Jacobs fiascos that are going on, I would have said overhyped, but I think it's a little bit closer now that he could finish a lot closer to the ADT because of what's going on with those two guys. I still think I would love him. He's my RB3 right now. I would still take McCaffrey and Eckler over him. So if anyone's taking him at 2, sorry, I'd rather have McCaffrey or Eckler than him. But, you know, the Falcons gave the most touches to running backs last year, total touches of any team in the NFL. So a rookie running back with his talent coming into that situation, if they do that again, that's really, really exciting. And I can see why people are loving him that much. You know, you've heard the best rookie season since Saquon, and I think that's pretty possible.
We'll see. We got some very unbiased opinions in the chat here. Herms, Steelers fan, says Bijan would be so lucky to be anywhere near as good as Najee. And then Ladarius, a Falcons fan, says, give me Bijan every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Woo! Just those two comments next to each other got me. All right, guys, we are going to get into our game of Jeopardy. I'm going to explain how this works. Then we are going to start. Joey is running the game today. So he's got a board of questions prepared for us. It's going to look a lot like the popular TV show Jeopardy, if you've ever seen that. But there are a couple small changes that we've made. Instead of buzzing in, contestants will be answering in turn order. So whenever it's your turn, you select the category and the value that you would like to answer. Get it right, you are going to add those points to your score. Get it wrong, we're not subtracting them, at least during the normal round. Now, there's one other twist. If you get your question right, you're going to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So, Jake, you're going first in today's game, followed by JL, and then followed by me. If you get your first question right, you'll get to tell JL what category he has to go to. He will still get to pick the value, but you get to assign the topic, basically. Okay. Once we run out of questions or run out of time, we will move into Final Jeopardy, the one and only question in this game where you can lose money. Joey's going to give us a category. We are all going to write down a wager. If you get that last question right, you're going to add all that money to your score. Get it wrong, you will subtract it. Whoever has the most money at the end of that will be our Fantasy Football Jeopardy champion. Jake might be 6-0, but one of us might just earn the nickname Street Killer today. Let's go, boys.
Well, let's go. Hope it's me.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the categories to you guys. First category is new home, who dis. I'm going to give you a player, and you let me know where their new home is. And that's the team they're playing for. I don't need to know the street they live on or anything like that. We have New York, New York. These will be questions about New York football teams and things in New York that are associated with the NFL. Grab bag could be absolutely anything at all. I have some good ones in there today. Easy as 1, 2, 3, one of the more popular categories here on FYF. I'll give you 3 players in a category. You put them in order of the category from most to least. And the last category is all in kids. I'll give you a player and you tell me what NFL team went all in on that kid. And these are some of the youngest players ever drafted into the NFL.
You needed a comment.
Understand? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Punctuation is really important, folks. But let's leave it that way because I don't know how
What's
to fix
that phrase about your Uncle Jerry and a horse? I can't remember it. Or your Uncle Jack? That was who it was. That makes no sense.
I was doing so good. And then Jake brought up the punctuation. So, the bane of my existence. I put a lot of commas in easy 1, 2, 3. I probably didn't need those.
I did that.
No. You could have borrowed one from over there.
All right, Jake, you get to go first today. Which category would you like? And you get to pick your value.
Let's go straight down dead center. Grab bag 300.
Before you
grab bag 300.
Before you lay that question on Jake, Craig had a very rude comment I have to pull up. He said JL has not won an FYF game since 7/21/2023. Let's go, JL.
Didn't you win yesterday?
That feels sarcastic. What did we do yesterday?
Didn't we do poll perception?
What did the poll finish at? Because I saw you got through a
poll. No, the guest one.
No, the guest one. I came in third. I came in last place yesterday, Joey. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, sorry.
I will say,
JL, today I believe in you.
JL, you're giving off
geared towards you.
You're giving off the Browns versus the Chargers on Christmas Eve vibes from a couple years ago after they went 0-16 and then they pulled that win off. Then the next year they were in the playoffs. This is that moment.
So I'm not going to win today, but maybe the next.
No, you will win today. They won that game.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All right. So Jake decided to go grab bag for 300. On average, how many times does an elephant poop per day? 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, or Tallahassee times?
I was just at the show. I know this.
My boss, Nando DeFino, would love this question. Anytime you can get poop on a show or a podcast, he's going to be super happy.
So Winnie the Pooper.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got this poop from a podcast around
I'm going to go for the middle. Again, I get 15? Question mark? Maybe?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer. I have no idea.
Jake, you were correct. It is 15 times.
Only because it's the middle answer.
So I feel like elephants be doing those like rolling poops. Be hard to count, you know? Sometimes they're just walking, they just be plopping out. You never know.
Maybe it's like a time between excretions that counts.
There must be a threshold.
Like if there's a full 120 seconds in between excretions, it counts.
I was just about to say, does it count if it takes a couple steps and then goes again, or like is that still one?
I think that's all one continuous guy. Yeah.
I think we're talking way too much about the poops. I'm gonna make
no. I mean, it's very valid because they weigh a lot, so they're constantly eating. So that's why they poop so much. I did a lot of research into this. Yeah,
that's you want to clear your browser history, including with the all in kids part.
I've gone down which worst rabbit hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jake, if elephant poop was the worst thing in my browser history, then that is a weird day.
All right, Jake, you got that one correct. Okay. So you get to send JL to his first category. Where are you gonna
I'll send him to the kids.
All right, all right. Let's go 300.
300. And once again, this is a player, and then you tell me which NFL team went all in on him. Chase Young.
Washington.
It's like 2 minutes away from
correct.
You.
And I didn't put the mascot, so we wouldn't get canceled. Awesome.
Nice job, right. JL.
Good job, JL.
Victor says, guess I'm part elephant, guys. Me too, Victor.
Too much information.
Victor. That was good.
That is a really good joke.
I don't know what this means, but 5-minute minimum. I agree, Scampers. I wholeheartedly agree.
If you start to lose sensation in your legs, you've been on the toilet too long.
If you're in the bathroom at your first college internship and the automatic lights go off and you have to lift your feet up onto the toilet seat so that the people that come in at the urinal and
that's happened to me in the college
don't know that you are inside the stall and have been for at least the length of the automatic timer. That's when it's a new.
When I was at Rocky Mountain National Park, I was in a bathroom with a light timer, and I had to call my mom on my cell phone to come open the door and walk in so turn the lights back on because I was afraid to wipe in the dark.
No shame. I did the whole walk out the stall with like my arm over, like just.
What were you afraid of? What were you afraid of happening?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna get the giggles. Okay. All right. You got that right, JL. You got that right. Send Simon somewhere.
Simon, let's go to easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay. You know what?
All right.
These guys have set a precedent, and I'm gonna break it. Give me 500.
All right, let's go, Simon. Passing yards: Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins, and Aaron Rodgers in order from most to least.
Last year, right?
Ever?
Yes, this will be 2000. All these are 2022.
Ever.
I'm going to go Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Simon, well done, my friend.
Kirk,
probably
you're
not
gonna get
get
500 on that
when
one.
he's got the answer right.
I saw all 4,500 of those yards in his boring little eyes during that show quarterback. He felt every single one of them.
Simon, let me ask you, this year coming into the season, do you think that this is how this order would finish, or do you see one of these guys jumping over Kirk Cousins?
You know what? If I was a bet man and I had to put my money on one of these guys to have the most passing yards, it would be Kirk Cousins still. But I do think Aaron Rodgers is much closer to both of these guys this year in an offense that has been built for him, it seems like, specifically to plug him into it. He seems to be happier in the situation. He's got great weapons there, and he's still Aaron freaking Rodgers. So I don't think that 3,600 yards is close to what we'll see from Rodgers this year. He'll probably eclipse that 4,000 mark.
I don't know, that Jets defense, that Jets team in general is just so good. I wonder if they get up a lot throughout the season. And Rodgers, I feel like, isn't the type of quarterback to throw if he doesn't have to. He's more of like a efficiency guy, or just does it when he needs. So I could see it going that route. Aaron Rodgers still being last in the list, even though he's having a great season.
And you know, our guest yesterday did bring up that the Jets look like they want to go slow. That this could be a slow-moving offense.
Shanahan, Trey, and I was going to say, what has it been, 4, maybe 5 years since he's even thrown for like 4,300 yards?
Yeah.
So
maybe we don't see that
coming in here. Y'all haven't heard about the dark wiping monster? It's true.
No,
It exists. I wasn't going to meet on that day.
I don't really want to know about that.
Carlos got it correct.
Nice job, Carlos.
Allen Rodgers. Good job, Carlos.
One of you said all time whenever, like, after the question was posed, and in my head, I just got stuck on that. I was like, oh, you got it.
Your brain has stopped.
Yeah. I was like, Simon's an idiot. It's got to be Aaron Rodgers has the most all time. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right, Simon, you did good on that question, and you got it correct. So you get to pick Jake's category.
Let's send Jake to New York, New York.
New York.
Let's do 400.
400. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers was in attendance over the weekend at a Broadway show, which shares a name with the city of his former team. Okay, I didn't have to read the question, and Jake's coming in here with answers. Chicago, your final answer?
Yes, I actually do know some Broadway shows that I've never been to.
There you go. It is Chicago.
I actually saw Chicago as part of a requirement in college. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think? And
I saw the local Virginia Norfolk kind of one. It was decent, but I'm assuming the other one is better.
I don't know. I've heard that I heard that the local Virginia Norfolk Theater was on par with the Broadway performances.
Hey, we got Aladdin coming this fall, man. I'm telling you.
Ooh. Watch out.
I once saw a production of Romeo and Juliet in Anderson, South Carolina. And everyone's Southern accents were so thick, it was hysterical.
I was just about to say,
it was really bad.
That had to make it amazing.
That's why
it really kind of was
a Southern accent.
Yeah,
I was college.
My cousin was in it, so yeah. All right, Jake, you got that right. You take the lead with $700. You get to send JL to his next category.
Yeah,
where are you going to send JL?
Let's crack the seal on the one that we haven't done yet. New home. Who dis?
Ooh, all right. Before I give my question value, we had a question in the chat from Carlos.
Let's answer it.
He said, I had a debate with someone about Geno versus Kirk, and the guy arguing with the fact that Kirk had one of the highest passing yards. So the question Carlos has is, in PPR, would you rank Geno over Kirk? PPR doesn't matter.
Wow.
Here, but
I gotta say, all those receptions Geno's hauling in, man.
Yeah. Never know. Tyler Lockett, QB 6.
I think
Geno was really
you asking
efficient.
me.
Yeah,
I don't see why Geno's getting disrespected this year from last year, and I'll take Geno over Kirk any day of the week.
Geno over Kirk. What about you, Joe?
And twice on Sundays.
Oh,
yeah. Geno's situation improved. The only difference is teams kind of have some tape on him now, which they had from before. I think he's in the right offense for his talents. I've been pretty adamant that I love Geno Smith this season. I've come down on him a little bit. I would rather have Goff now than Geno, but still, I would take Geno over Kirk. Everyone said 7 days on Sundays or however you say.
The great point you just made there is 2 rookies stepping into roles. One's replacing an established veteran, and one's replacing a bunch of jabronis trying to play the number 3 wide receiver. So whose stock went up more? It's kind of like net neutral probably for Thielen versus Addison, but you have a major stock up as the third option for Geno now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The good news about Thielen versus Addison is that the one is still Justin freaking Jefferson.
Of course.
So even if Addison doesn't get up to game speed as quickly as we're hoping, Kirk should still be able to operate with Justin Jefferson as the lone functional wide receiver in that offense. And I think
throwing kinky boots out there.
Kinky boots.
It's a good show.
I think with Kirk Cousins, I tend to find myself drafting him not necessarily over Geno, but more than Geno. And it's not that I disagree with what you guys are saying. I think Geno's upside is definitely greater, and we saw that last year. But we've got a much higher track record of Kirk Cousins being a boring QB1 than Geno Smith hitting those numbers.
That's why I don't like him. Because Kirk Cousins is always like 9 to 13 every single year. Who has top 5 upside? Never Kirk, but at least Geno does. That's where I would disagree. Like, you're not wrong in your statement. I would just go for the upside of who can finish top 5. It's not Kirk.
I'm with you.
The only time I'm going Kirk Cousins over Geno Smith in a draft this year is if I take Anthony Richardson. And then Geno and Kirk Cousins are both there. I'll take the guy that I think's safer, because I think Kirk Cousins is a lot safer than Geno. But that also probably won't win me a championship playing it.
Really? See, I disagree with you on that one too. Actually, in the flex leagues, I went Anthony Richardson and Geno Smith because I'm going to double down for the upside. I can find the Kirk Cousins and Derek Carrs and all those of the world on waiver wires every single year. So I'd rather take 2 shots at top 5 than 1 save. Well, I know a lot of people agree with your strategy though.
Yeah, I was very sad where you took Geno, because I was like, oh, because I took her. No, I took Trevor Lawrence. I was like, I could have waited all that time and gotten Geno that way.
You're just still taking Geno.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with.
I'm hosting.
Yes, you are hosting the show. Yeah.
But you know the category: new home who dis.
New home who dis. I'll go 400.
All right, Jacoby Myers.
Raiders
versus. Yeah, way to sniff that one out. Good job, buddy. That was kind of easy.
Smell Jacoby anywhere.
That wasn't 400. That was like 200.
I thought so too, but you got to play it safe with these guys, you know. All right.
You really never know with us.
If I have a job at the end of the show, I'm gonna be shocked. All right, JL, you got that one correct.
4 days and miss.
I'll hire you as my assistant, Joey. You can get some fitted hats.
Okay, cool, man. That'd be really nice if I get some fitted hats, Jake. I'd like that. Some blue ones, maybe. That'd be kind of like, they make me wear orange all the time on the show. All right,
make you.
JL, send Simon to his next category.
All right, let's send Simon a grab bag.
500.
Oh,
yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
Make it big.
Which one of these is not a character on the animated series DuckTales? Scrooge McDuck, Launchpad McQuack, Webby Vanderquack, Flintheart Gloomgold, Mrs. Bienta Beakley, Magica D. Spell, Alan, Duckworth the Butler, and Gyro Gearloose. One of these is not a real character.
So I'm trying to sniff out the joke.
You've completely whiffed on.
Some of these seem.
One person I was hoping wouldn't get this, because I feel like you can sniff it out.
I don't watch DuckTales, and my sniffer's full of boogers. So we are in trouble here. What I am going to go with is what I think would be the joke in here, and that it is Webby Vanderquack is the fake one.
Clearly the joke out of all these names.
Damn it!
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final freaking answer.
Which one of these is not a character on the animated series DuckTales? It's Alan. It's not a character on DuckTales.
Alan.
Did you wait? Did you do that on purpose, by the way? Because Alan with one L is actually one of the creators of DuckTales.
No, I was thinking about the Barbie movie when I drew this up, and Alan was one of my favorite characters in the Barbie movie. Okay. Well, I thought I'd throw it in there because it's just like
you said Glumgold wrong. It's Glumgold. Get it right.
Glumgold.
Don't offend me with DuckTales.
I thought I would put a DuckTales question here to make you feel great, and here you are criticizing me. Fantastic,
I was super excited.
Love having you on the show.
Nothing but kickers next time.
Yeah,
dude. I mean,
it's okay.
DuckTales comic.
Right.
Where's your DuckTales tattoo?
Herms in the chat said Duckworth the Butler is actually my rap name.
Did anybody sniff out Alan? Oh, Craig
knew Alan.
Craig sniffed it out. He's like, that's not a DuckTales.
Maria said Euro.
I can go for a Euro right now.
But good guess.
Gyro gear loose.
Gyro gearless.
Gyro gearless. Yeah. All right. So Simon, you whiffed on that one big time because it was really difficult. So Jake, you get to pick your own category. What would you like to go next?
Let's go back to New York. 500.
Yeah. 500.
It's funny because the last time I saw you was in New York.
Yeah.
MetLife Stadium is home to both the New York Giants and New York Jets. Which one of the following items is not a banned? Which one of the following items is not banned from MetLife Stadium?
MetLife Stadium.
I love banned items, and I found a way to sneak it in. Battery-operated socks, ice chests, the official flag of North Korea, selfie sticks, laser pointers, hemorrhoid donut pillows, knives, and 7-inch lenses. One of these items is not banned. The rest of them are.
So I would say the battery, knives, that kind of stuff, anything that sticks out, laser pointers. So it's really going to come down to the North Korea flag and the donut pillow, because ice chest, it really comes down to North Korea and the donut pillow, I think.
It means that
say hemorrhoid, Jake. You've avoided saying hemorrhoid twice. Say it.
I know. You've noticed that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was paying attention. Just calling it a donut pillow.
For how about for my answer, I will go with the hemorrhoid prevention machine.
Thank you so much.
That is correct. You are not allowed to bring any pillows into MetLife Stadium unless they are for medical reasons. I got on the phone and called MetLife Stadium and said, can I bring a donut? And because I didn't want to be inaccurate on the show. So they confirmed, yes, sir, if you have hemorrhoids, you can bring a donut pillow.
I can't prove it. Yeah. Like the security check at the gate.
Everything else makes sense though, because you can't do the batteries and anything that gets infringing other people's. So yeah, that was the only one.
Is the unofficial flag of North Korea allowed?
No flags are allowed in Met Stadium.
I should not have joked as hard as I did at that, or laughed as hard
unless it's a official flag of the country. If it's like a country flag, like a Trinidad flag or something, you can bring that, but you can't bring like a Buccaneers flag or anything like that. But the official flag of North Korea would qualify. I didn't call about that. I was afraid to call about that one. All right, Jake, you got that one correct. We learned all kinds of stuff today here on Jeopardy.
Here we are.
Let's see. A lot of hemorrhoids in the chat there today.
Yes. I want more random hemorrhoid facts, hopefully. So we're going to keep New York going, by the way.
We just got to clip that from Joey. Just a lot of hemorrhoids in the chat.
Jake, you got that right. So you're going to send JL to New York?
Keep him in New York. Yeah, keep him in New York.
All right.
300.
JL, how much? 300 in New York. Who led the New York Jets in rushing attempts in 2022? Ooh. So rushing attempts in 2022 is a Breece Hall, Michael Carter, or Zonovan Knight.
Oh, man. This is tough. Breece Hall had that sweet stretch. If we just go based off week 1 last year, then Michael Carter had infinity carries and Breece Hall had 0. But Zonovan Knight came in and filled in as the unexpected hero last year. I don't think that he got more than Breece would have got, so I'll still go Breece Hall.
I'm sorry, it was Michael Carter with rushing attempts.
Week 1, man. Week 1. 1 million attempts.
Week 1 will truly cloud your judgment of a player for the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
Like one good or bad week one game. We still talk about Sammy Watkins week one anytime his name comes up, right? It's like, oh, well, week one, to start him.
Oh, I'm still playing him in DraftKings in week one.
Just in case.
I don't
Philip Rivers remained fantasy relevant for me for years because he would always just do so incredible week one. And every year I'm like, oh yeah, Philip Rivers. And then first week, great. And then after that,
see ya.
All right. Let's see. JL, you missed that one, correct?
I did.
Yep.
So we're going to go. Simon, you get to pick your value and your category. What a lucky boy you are.
New home, who dis 500.
All right. New home, who dis 500.
About what's in 500 here.
Mac Hollins.
Oh, I just looked at this. Where is Mac Hollins? Atlanta.
Nailed it, Simon. Good job, buddy.
Nice pull.
I knew it was in there.
So there's a lot of talk about Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Are you drafting Mac Hollins on any of your team, Simon?
He could get 15% of the target share and still be absolutely worthless for fantasy in that Atlanta Falcons offense. And I don't expect him to get 15% of the target share. They're just not going to throw the ball enough for, at best, the third receiving option to be fantasy relevant for me. So, Mac Hollins, thank you for what you did on my fantasy teams last year for a couple of weeks. You saved me in a guillotine league multiple times, but this year you are off my roster.
Unless I need you, please don't go far.
All right. Simon, you got that right. So you get to send Jake to his next category. Where's
send Jake to easy as 1, 2, 3.
See, strategery, I thought you would have prevented me from going higher than 200 and kept me in New York. So I will go for 400 and 1, 2, 3.
Passing touchdowns.
Oh, gosh.
Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, and Andy Dalton.
Hurts had 20, low 20s. And then Purdy and Dalton. Purdy, I'm counting up Purdy's games, 2 and 3 in every single one. Hurts. Purdy. I'm gonna go last. So, God, Dalton's worrying me. Hurts, Dalton, Purdy. I don't like it.
Hurts, Dalton, Purdy. Oops, sorry. Hurts, Dalton, Purdy. That is correct. Way to go, Jake.
The next Coen Brothers movie.
The Dalton one was worrying me. I actually wasn't sure if Dalton played enough to get over Hurts.
I honestly didn't remember the answer to that question until I hit the space bar. So thank God it was there.
Dalton played most of the season last year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Looking at Brock Purdy, are we at the point where Brock Purdy, we're pretty sure he's going to be the starting quarterback, or do you think Trey Lance is going to sneak in there?
Unless they're pulling the magic switcheroo, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, unless they're full of. Here's the thing. Well, this is where I go to it is I 100% think it's Purdy. And I think the contingency plan is actually Sam Darnold because for me, at least, and I think Josh Norris was talking about this on one of his streams or whatever, Trey Lance doesn't fit Shanahan's offense. He's a timing offense. And Trey Lance never. So you had to, I get the draft pick at the time, but you would think like Hurts, like Fields, and before him, you would have changed the offense for Lance. But because of the injury and everything like that, and now where they're sitting, I just don't think that. I think they're really hoping he shows off and they can trade him at this point. I don't think Lance is coming in.
It's unfortunate. I was excited when he got drafted, and then slowly just accepting the fact that it's probably.
I mean, we were so excited for fantasy. We love those quarterbacks that can get a 6-7 more on the ground.
God, and those eyes just sparkled when he got drafted.
That's the only reason I have a job. It's the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. Yes. Where would you guys be comfortable drafting Brock Purdy?
I take Brock Purdy over a flyer over somebody like a Derek Carr, just because I would just root for the upside.
Maybe that connection between him and George Kittle was for real, and he throws 18 touchdowns just to him this year. Probably not, though.
Probably not. The Brock Purdy thing is why everybody keeps asking me, why am I so high on George Kittle? I'm like, why are you not? Like that. I don't get it.
It was 7 touchdowns in 5 games over the back half of the season or something like that?
Obviously, that's the math I was also trying to do in my head was like, how many touchdowns did he have that weren't George Kittle?
Not many.
Carlos saying, my theory is the only reason Trey Lance. Oh yeah, he said your name, so let's say your name.
No. Because he was agreeing with the whole. Yeah, see, he's on the same skepticism about Trey Lance.
Awesome. All right. So Jake, you got that one right. Where are you going to send JL?
I'm going to keep JL capped. New York.
All right, 200.
Okay. Which wide receiver led the New York Giants in receiving yards in 2022? Get this right. Richie James, Darius Slayton, or Wan'Dale Robinson?
Richie James.
Sorry, JL. It was
no, I thought Slayton got hurt.
But in my heart, Richie James had the most receiving yards. I think Matt Deutsch said his name enough. Better Boss in the chat throughout the year that Richie James is the answer to every question. Richie James is it.
So as I always say, don't listen to Matt. I thought that was a 200 question. See, the values. I ran these by Jay. So blame Jay. I actually probably didn't run that category by Jay.
I mean, it is G-Man Jay, so you're probably too much. He was like,
it took me the longest time to figure out what G-Men was for. I was just like, and then FBI, I finally figured it out. I was on like the Fanatic site and I saw a G-Men hat and I was like, oh, Giants. Could be FBI. All right, Simon, you get to pick your own category.
I'm going to go, let's take that last 500 off the board. All in kids for 500. I forget what this one was.
You need to pause when you're reading it too, people.
I don't pause when I say your handle, and I'm not going to pause when I say this category. What, you think the singular makes it better?
It doesn't. It makes it more specific.
This is, Simon, I'll give you a player. You tell me what team went all in to draft them.
Let's do it.
And they were a kid when they got drafted because they were young. That was a stretch just to make Jake feel important. All right, Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen was drafted by the Ravens. No, he wasn't.
Yes.
Oh, he was.
Oh, you threw it up there.
Sorry.
That's what I was pointing down to JL.
I thought you were telling me I was wrong. And I was like, damn it.
No, good job, Simon. Sorry, I went a little fast on that. The chat was all over that one. Scampers loves to chase birds, so he got it. Ravens. Ladarius, Ravens. He likes birds. His team is a bird. The Dirty Birds. And then Scampers also saying, all-in kid is very targeted. I don't know what that means. All right. So, Simon, you got that right. Jake, pick Jake's next category.
New York.
I knew you were going to do it.
Now we're playing.
This former New York Giants quarterback has 2 Super Bowl wins, both coming against the New England Patriots.
This guy, Eli Manning. The double bird salute.
Thank you for that. Can I give Jake an extra 100 for that?
Yes.
More points.
How do you guys feel about Eli Manning this year?
I'm gonna love the coverage again.
We were all at the Hall of Fame last week, except for Jake because he's too cool, I guess, for us. But I noticed the New York Giants gave between $1 and $5 million to the Hall of Fame. They're the only NFL team that donated to the National or the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's like they're really trying to get Eli in there.
Just to make sure if those rings don't get him in.
I'm converted to an Eli lover. If you would have asked me before last season which brother's team am I on, I would have incorrectly and stupidly said Peyton Manning.
Realize how personable he is.
God, he was so damn charming and funny and disarming. Whenever Peyton got too serious, Eli was always there. That's
Eli, the thing. When they did that commercial years ago, walking down the hallways, and they got interviewed after it, Peyton said Eli's the more jokier of the brothers. Like he's the he came up with like the kicking him in the back end type of thing.
He's the dude. He's the one I want to hang out with. He's the one.
Not Arch.
You
don't want to hang out with Arch Manning?
Nah.
Do you think
that'd be kids
I want to hang out with Arch. I feel like he's just gonna be so weird. He's gotta be. I'm just fascinated. I just want to talk to him.
Who's weirder, Arch Manning or the next programmed Gronk, baby Gronk? That kid's got to be.
Oh God,
insane.
I feel sorry for that kid. His dad is just insane.
Sorry for it. That kid's gonna have a dope childhood.
Wait, JL's
too sorry for the child of Gronk.
No. What? You don't know who Baby Gronk is, Simon?
No.
It's this guy that. Oh man,
I'll Google it. We don't have to derail
afterwards. Yep,
I'll Google this.
All you need to know is the dad since he was born, I've programmed him to be Gronkowski. Programmed. The word programmed. That's all you need to know. JL, what are you most confident in so you can torpedo Simon's next pick?
You're allowed to do this.
All of them. I'm excellent at all of them.
As you
can see by my
in
score.
all seriousness, do Newhome who dis. I'll let him go for 300.
All right, 300.
All right. Samaje Perine.
Denver Broncos.
That is correct. JL, have I been lying to our audience about Samaje Perine this whole offseason?
No, but you've been lying to them about how you pronounce Colorado.
I do. I say Rado.
Colorado.
Colorado.
I can't even say it. How am I supposed to say it?
Colorado.
Colorado. I'll work on that. Colorado.
Like Camaro.
Colorado.
Like Camaro.
Camaro.
Don't say Camaro or Camare.
Don't say Camarado for sure.
Colorado.
The Great Magician. Alvin Camararo.
Abra Camarado.
JL, you knocked that one out of the park. You get to pick Simon's next category.
Which
where's he gonna go?
Let's send Simon to All In Comma Kids.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Whose team do you think he's on, Jake? 400 in
We are not on the same team. Either of you. You're
Tremaine,
both going down.
Tremaine Edmunds.
I don't know. This is where the answers that just show up stop, and let's go with the Arizona Cardinals.
Nope.
Buffalo Bills.
Damn it. Of course I knew that. I feel like
You just have to think, Simon. That's all.
the last two just kind of worked, so I was riding that wave. Know what I mean? Like a
Arizona
came into
Cardinals.
my head. I said it. Dustin, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I apologize to Dustin. All right, Jake, you get to pick your own category because Simon didn't know defensive players.
Sorry to Craig.
Do I want to go like the easy 1, 2, 3 and take the 300, or I want to risk the ground? I'm going to take the 1, 2, 3, 300.
1, 2, 3 for 300. Rushing yards: Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott, and Tony Pollard.
It just comes down. I know Chubb's one, so it just comes down to Pollard versus Zeke. Pollard before Zeke. Chubb, Pollard, Zeke.
Chubb, Pollard, Zeke. That is correct.
Yeah, because the Chubb argument, that was easy. Because that's the one I go back to the Bijan thing. I keep saying if he's just Nick Chubb last year, so why are we? And now Nick Chubb has no Kareem Hunt, so why are we doing this? To go back to the Bijan thing.
Just try
Not buying into Jerome Ford.
JL, pick your category. You can only go 200 for. I tried to help you before, so big and
you pick my category.
Face. Yeah, fine. No,
go
for 200 kids.
All right. Before we do that, though, Jake Trowbridge in the chat said, "Do you say Colorado while doing the surfer hand gesture, Joey?"
Shaka Mahala, brah.
Colorado.
I've been saying that, like, I visited Colorado I said it again. I don't care. 2 summers in a row, and I think it's rad, so I say Colorado. And I think that, except for JL.
Do you remember the movie Rad? Has anybody seen that?
I do.
Movie?
Where is it?
Yes. Do you have it? Do you have the movie Rad?
I do. I believe I do. With Nicole Kidman, it was like one of her first movies.
Oh my God. Joey's my new favorite person on Earth.
I'll find it later because I don't want to derail this.
We got multiple questions in the chat around the Denver Broncos.
JL, all you guys, Simon, I don't even care. Joey's my new best friend.
How are you guys feeling about the Broncos in general? Grim here is asking about the running game specifically, and then Carlos asks about Sean Payton and the overall offense. So why don't we answer from just the offense perspective? How are you guys feeling about Sean Payton coming into that Denver Broncos offense, and can he actually flip what Nathaniel Hackett left him?
I do think
it can't get worse. But the thing is like I still think it's going to be a timeshare in the backfield because that's been Sean Payton, even with Alvin Kamara. Now nobody in that backfield is Alvin Kamara, but I mean I know Javonte Williams is out there being like, "Give me the ball more, I'm healthy, come on, let's go," and they're like, "Chill out, dude, relax." But even so, 60-40, I think would be the biggest split. Like if it's 55-45, it wouldn't shock me. So my biggest concern is actually Russ Wilson. That first game, Holt, dude, looked just as terrible as he did last year. I have hope for this offense and Russell Wilson, but I want to see this second week first.
Yeah. My thing with Sean Payton is when he was the coach of the Saints the last 6 seasons, when he was there, he gave his RB2 at least 11 total touches per game. And when Perine gets 11, more than 10 is a nice number, 11.
No, I'm saying that's a great stat to have. Like that was a good pull.
Yeah. Thank you. I've been working hard on it. And when Samaje P. Ryan's had more than 10 total touches or more in a game, he's averaged 18.4 fantasy points per game. Like, I think Samaje P. Ryan, even Javante's back, I've said this 100 times on the show, is going to be completely fine. He is the player that I like drafting the most. He's the player that Craig likes sniping me on the most. I'm all in on Samaje P. Ryan, and I think the run offense is going to be fine with the Broncos.
Well, less confidence than we can say about the passing game there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take all in kids for 200.
It's all in kids for 200. Juju Smith-Schuester.
This is the New England Patriots.
What team? So let me just re-say what the category is. This would be the team that drafted him.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is the team that went all in on him. That is correct.
Technically, it's
Pittsburgh
incorrect
Steelers.
because there's no 2 E's in his last name. So that is not the real Juju Smith-Schuster.
I believe that makes the C hard, so it becomes Juju Smith-Schuester.
Simon, don't say that.
Oh my God. Don't say Schuster on air. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Oh gosh. JL, we got a good game here. Jake's got $2,000 of fake money. JL $1,200. Simon at $1,500.
Fake.
And
Where
JL,
do you get all these hats from?
Doesn't Schuster sound like something you would scream after you like won a hand of some like Scandinavian card game? Like you put all your cards out on the table and go, Schuster! And then everyone would go, no, I was so close to getting the Schuster.
Or something you say when you bump into somebody. Oh, Schuster.
Oh, Schuster. Yeah.
This is fun.
Wow.
Hey, JL, where's Simon going?
All right, let's send Simon to grab bag.
The kids.
400.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Let's
interesting.
see. I gotta keep it away from Jake.
Approximately how many Uber drivers are there in the United States?
Is this a shout out for Alfredo?
1 million?
Or your wife? No, who's the
4
wife that
million or
accidentally
10
signed
million?
up for this?
I am going to take the data that I have from this past weekend. So there's approximately 1 Uber driver in the entire city of Canton, Ohio. If I multiply that by the number of cities in the United States,
Which is
about 1 million. No, there's got to be more than that. There's probably 1 million Uber drivers just in Los Angeles.
Hey, while you're doing that, real quick, I remembered it's Rich. Rich Rebar's wife was telling us at Flex that she accidentally signed up to be a driver instead of signing up for an Uber account. So she keeps getting requests for people to pick her.
calling herself. Where are you? I'm right here.
She should not have been driving anywhere.
Well, guys, I'm going to go with the correct answer of 10 million. I switched between all of them right before I said it.
It's 4, please 4.
It's 1.
No!
Yeah,
that's a pretty good
According
guess.
to Uber's website, it says it. There are over 1 million Uber drivers.
that was a good one because the 4 was the only non-1 number there. So I was guessing.
I was
nice
trying to
little
trick
trick,
you guys.
So theoretically, it could be 4 million or 10 million because all the sites said
Because it
was
did
over
say
1 million, over 8
it
million.
did say over 1 million. I feel like if it was closer to 4, they would have said over 2 or maybe over 3 or approximately 4, but it said over 1 million.
Approximately
That
4 million
that's like
drivers.
the Friends thing when they get down to the bonus round and it's whoever gets the most right first wins. That means nothing. Like that means nothing if you think about it. It means nothing.
I'll accept your 1
Friends was a
million.
bad show. That
I
happened
won't
this
take my
weekend.
points.
Oh, Joe, you just lost my friendship.
No, I didn't say it. I said who said it. Somebody in Uber I was in said that. Might have been the Uber driver. I don't know. I don't like to talk to Uber drivers, so I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, not at all.
Who got that right?
Nobody.
Nobody got that right. So Jake, you get to pick your next category.
New home who does 200.
New home who does for 200. Ezekiel Elliott.
Patriots.
I have been so paranoid that I put the wrong team in there all day.
You put the wrong team
We're good. Yeah. All right. So Jake, you get to send JL to his next category. I think we got time for about one. Maybe we'll get through all the questions. We'll see.
Where are we
I'm
going?
sending him back to the kids. He gets all the kids.
All right, 100.
Kyle Pitts. Who took
Atlanta
a chance on
Falcons.
this kid? That's correct. Atlanta Falcons. JL bringing you up to 1,300.
Let's
You
go.
get to send Simon to his next category.
Let's see what you got in grab bag.
200, please.
What is the name of the land which most of the Legend of Zelda games take place?
That would be Hyrule.
This was the only video game question I was very comfortable asking all three of you.
I have spent
for $200.
Hundreds of hours in Hyrule.
I know.
A lot of my life has been spent in there. Thank you, Hyrule.
Thank you, Hyrule.
Thank you, Hyrule. There was a lot of Zelda questions. I just felt like the best one to ask on the program today. All right. I think can we get through them? Yeah, we can get through them. Simon, send Jake to his next category.
I'm going to send Jake to grab bag.
All right. Grab bag. That's the value for you. What is the name of the stadium AEW's All In is taking place in August 27th in London, England? Hint, it has hosted 25 of the NFL's London games.
Wembley?
Top 100.
Question mark? I don't think I got this.
Wembley.
Oh, here you go. By the way, we only have 3 more, so they even out, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Because I went first. So we're not going to get through all of them. Unless you want to give me a bonus
there's
question,
always
which
one
doesn't seem fair.
Over.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, JL, I'm done being mean to you. You can have 200. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, easy as 1, 2, 3. 100.
Wow.
Receiving yards.
We'll see where that flex invite comes next year.
Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, and Mac Hollins.
I don't know. It's a 100. It could be anything. Let's go with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, put them in order, please.
In order.
And then as number, you guys didn't let me finish. Number 2 would be Mike Evans, and the number 3 would be Mac Hollins.
I would have loved if Mac Hollins beat Mike Evans.
I wouldn't do that on a 100 question. That's just rude.
Joe, I just want to point out that I stayed quiet there. I knew you were going to come in with number 2.
Put these in order as Jake's friendship level. Joey, JL, and Simon.
I'm thinking about it. Hey,
don't run the $200 question.
I had second place. I wasn't last.
No, that wasn't the correct
Where's
order.
Simon going?
Let's send Simon to... Well, I want this to be a game. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, give me the 200.
Days in a month. Which of these months has... So I need from most to least.
Okay, 30 days, half November, April, June, and then November. All the rest have 31 except for February. So this would be May, November, February.
He did the,
Where did you pull that out?
That's the elementary thing.
Dang.
30 days have...
I never understood that dumb knuckle thing that some people did where they like count the stupid knuckles. I'll just say my phrase.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's so you back-to-back 31s. And then that's why.
Shocking. I still don't get it.
I actually knew the rhyme. That's it. That's like elementary school thing.
Oh, God.
I'll stick
All
to
right,
my
I need you guys to get some pen and paper out. Simon, let me make sure I
I've
give
had
you
it the whole time
for that.
I don't know if you heard me playing.
Yeah, I'm glad you have, Jake. Because the final Jeopardy category, you're going to write your wagers down.
Oh, wait.
And then I'll give you the category. The category is NFL playoffs.
NFL playoffs.
So write your wager down of how much money you'd like to wager. And you'll have one final question. If you get it right, you'll win all that money. If you get it wrong, all the money you wagered will come directly to me.
Okay.
And I will give it to myself.
Why did I write that so little?
That's great. Thank you. Guys, please don't make me do math. Just all of you go all you know.
Sorry.
Oh, I did cents too. Is that okay?
And now I got to get paper out. All right.
Converted my points to the Japanese currency, so you might just have to convert it back real quick before.
I think Joey's got that yen conversion rate in his head. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
do. Move the decimal sign.
All the Japanese wrestling T-shirts that he buys online, he honestly may have an idea of what the value of the yen is.
No, the New Japan World is 995 yen a month, so it's $9.90. It's $9.99. So it's weird. It's like close to just move the decimal 2 places, and you know how much it is. All right, so Jake, what's your wager? Everybody share their wagers, actually. All in. Awesome. Thank you, Jake. Simon, 201.
All in.
Really?
Kids.
All in. Oh, gross. And then, JL, did you do $10? $10.
$10
Okay, I'm going to have to do some math here. Unless, Jake, go ahead and just win this one for me so that,
okay.
All right, so let's pull the question up. 1 second, guys. All right.
Yeah, give me a second.
What team has the current... Oh, man, I don't know how to type today. What team has the current longest playoff drought? A, the New York Jets, B, the Denver Broncos, or C, the Detroit Lions. You guys know what I'm trying to say.
Is this playoff?
Do we write it down or just is this write it down or
write it down?
Or right now? Okay.
The answer. Joey, is this playoff appearance or playoff win?
Playoff drought. So
not getting to the playoffs.
Come on, it's an easy answer.
Yeah, maybe for a nerd.
Sorry, I got Amazon setting off car alarms out front.
That's not part of their normal service, is it?
No, you didn't hear it honking in the background?
Yeah. Is that part of Prime? Like, we'll set car alarm up.
Set up the car alarm. Like,
God, it'd be ridiculous in the city.
I mean, they have everything.
By the way, there's a giant screen. Like I printed out a do not ring or knock underneath my Wise camera, and yet it's been knocked off the door like 5 times, and now it's like got a little crack in the screen because they can't read. Anyway,
or
my wife and I spent $50 on a baby is sleeping sign on Etsy. Like, shh, do not knock or ring doorbell. Baby is sleeping. Every single solar panel a-hole in our neighborhood knocks on our door, rings the doorbell. Every time.
F Verizon, by the way. I hope they never sponsor your show. Dude came up pounding on my door, and the dogs are going crazy. Waits like 10 seconds and starts pounding on the door again.
Well, guys, we were going to announce the Verizon partnership after the show, but I guess not yet. No.
Someone call it Jake.
I gave you guys enough time. Let's go. I win this anyway because I already know the answer.
All right. Show your answers, like everyone.
Ago.
Jets, Lions, Jets. Jake Ciely, congratulations with $4,600. You're our winner.
Dinkass!
You might have set the record, Craig. I need some clarification on that.
I think it's in the 5,000s, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it in the 5,000? Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to get you excited, Jake.
Oh, well, then I should get the record for going. I got nothing wrong on this show.
You still have a record.
Still having the best record.
Yeah, of being 6-0. Even though you're saying you're retired, we're going to count it towards your official record in the record books because our
I unretired just to get that win. So now,
our commissioner's on vacation anyway, so he didn't get your retirement letter. We'll just rip it up, and this will still count towards your record. Guys, that is going to be it for us today. Make sure you go and follow our friend Jake on Twitter. You can find him on Twitter at AllInKid. After that dominant performance, where we just keep inviting him back to beat us at games over and over and over again. Yeah, we don't. Jake, thank you so much for taking the time to come hang out with us and play some Jeopardy today.
Always, guys. Always.
We love you.
Guys, like I mentioned, follow Jake on Twitter at AllInKid. And if you have not done so already, we posted the link to donate to Vailele's cause, raising money for the people who have been affected by the wildfires there in Maui. That link will be coming in the chat again. And if you are so inclined, go ahead and click it. Check out what they've got for auction. You can get some cool stuff and help support an awesome cause. That's going to be it for us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, though, we are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. See you on another time.
Bye-bye.
Tolerate.